Salvete omnes. If you'd like to support the channel along with these patrons, there's a link in the description box below. The word dative comes from casus dativus, and if you remember, dare means to give, so this means the case for giving. Ivus is an ending that changes verbs into adjectives. And giving is probably when we will most use the dative case, because we use it for the recipient. But there are a couple of other common uses which we'll go through in this video. First, let's start with giving. Do you understand this phrase? Donum tibi dabo. I will give you a present. This is the future tense. And here, tibi is the dative form of tu, because it's the recipient form. The same as how in English we change he to him and she to her. But it's easier in Latin because he, she, and it all have the same dative form, which is in the next sentence. Cur tu ei pecuniam dedisti? Why did you give him or her money? And do you remember the dative for ego? Say, give me water. Da quam mihi. And what I'd like to say to all of you for helping make this channel grow is gratias vobis ago. This literally means I give thanks to you guys. Vobis is the dative form of vos, which is the plural form of tu. And when talking to people, we also use the dative. How do we say, he said to the boy? Puero dixit. We also need to use the dative form when talking about things we like. Remember, instead of saying, I like blah blah blah, in Latin we say, blah 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 is pleasing to me. Do you remember how to say the girl likes music? Puellae musica placet. What the girl likes is not the object, but the subject. So this is like saying, music is pleasing to the girl. Or, to the girl, music is pleasing. And also for names we use the dative. Can you understand this sentence? Quid est nomen huic cani? What's this dog's name? It's like saying, what is the name to this dog? Huic is the dative form for hic, haec, hoc. They all have the same dative form, just like with his, her, and its. The dative is also used for possession. If you remember, there are two ways to say have. We can say, viri librum habent, the men have a book, or with the dative, est viris liber. Literally, there is to the men a book. This is more like saying the book is theirs or belongs to the men. So for objects like a book, we can use either form. But for things like family members, it would be weird to say, a brother belongs to me. So we would normally use habeo. And for things like our name, we would use mihi est. So for example, we would normally ask, habesne fratres et sorores? Do you have brothers and sisters? And how would we say we have nothing? Nihil nobis est. These two uses are the most common uses of the dative, but another use you will see is the dative of purpose. This is easier to understand with an example. Auxilio voca. Call for help. Auxilium means help. If you recall, auxiliary verbs are also called helping verbs. And here help is not the direct object. It's the reason that we're calling, what we're calling for. And because of this form, we can even have two datives in a sentence, as in the following. Dono librum tibi do. I give you a book as a gift. You see, the reason I'm giving you a book is because it's a gift. Both dono and tibi are dative. These are the most common uses of the dative form. And the most important things to learn are the dative pronouns seen here. Mihi, nobis, tibi, vobis, ei, eis. and the first three declensions, amicae, amico, cani, amicis, amicis, canibus, since these are the most used forms. See you next time. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and if you can, help support the channel on Patreon, where there are audio downloads and transcripts of each dialogue and story. Gratias!